at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
All right, if you want to see the rest of that drone session, stay tuned. Right now, I want to talk about charging my DJI Avata batteries. Now, I have touched on this in a previous video, but I really didn't go into detail. When I first purchased my DJI Avata, I purchased a Baseus 65-watt charger block. The reason why I purchased this 65-watt charger block is because friends of mine that had the Mavic 3, they were using their charger that came with that drone to charge their Avata batteries. And when I did my research, that charger block was rated at 65 watts. Now keep in mind, DJI is recommending a 30-watt charger block to charge the DJI Avata batteries. And they're claiming that you could charge one battery in 90 minutes. So I started doing more research and I found out that my Air 2S came with a charger block rated for 38 watts. I charged one DJI Avata battery and it took 4 hours. So I thought that's not a feasible solution. It's not even close to what they're claiming in paper. So getting back to my Baseus 65-watt charger, it took me an hour to charge one DJI Avata battery. So 60 minutes. This is the battery being at 20%, give or take 1%, you know, maybe 19%, maybe 21%, but it took 60 minutes to charge the battery. After discussing this with a friend of mine, he recommended that I get a 100-watt charger by Baseus. I wasn't too concerned with the recommendation because I know that the DJI Avata batteries have overcurrent protection, which pretty much cuts off the charge if it picks up on excess current. So I purchased a Baseus 100-watt charger block and a charger cable that's rated for 100 watts with a display. I wanted to see what these two chargers were kicking out to the battery, if there was a big difference. Now, upon plugging in the 100-watt charger block to the DJI Avata batteries, I noticed that the gauge said 44 to 45 watts. So it wasn't given the full 100. And the eMark chip that both of these chargers have, Baseus chargers have a eMark chip inside that also has its own protection. And what it does is it identifies the amount of wattage and current needed for the product that you plug into, and it kind of regulates itself how much power is giving out, which is very cool. So you think about it, with DJI's technology and Baseus eMark chip, you have the ultimate protection of your battery, especially if you're one of those people out there that's concerned about using aftermarket chargers and damaging your batteries. You know, I say right now, from what my experience, that this is the ultimate protection. Now, as I'm checking the amount of time that it was taking with the 100-watt charger, I noticed that the gauges were showing me a droppage in wattage. So it basically dropped down to 31 to 32 at one point. I wasn't just standing there the whole 60 minutes to see, but at a certain point it dropped off. Now in the end, this charger, the 100-watt charger block, was giving me a charge a little less than 60 minutes. I say by 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops. So it wasn't a huge difference between the 65-watt and the 100-watt. And I believe it's because of the way that the battery, the intelligent battery, is protecting itself, and the eMark chip. The combination is you know, just giving it just what it could take. In conclusion, I'm going to stick with my original recommendation, which is the Baseus 65-watt charger block. The 100-watt charger block didn't give such a great result in comparison. It wasn't a big difference. And what DJI is recommending didn't work for me. I mean, do what you feel is best. And if you're out there and you have a charger block that is providing better results, I would really question how it's doing that. Is it bypassing some of these protections? Are you damaging your battery every time you charge? I'm not an engineer. I'm just sharing my experience in hopes that it helps somebody out there in the market for a charger for their DJI Avata. With that said, I'm going to continue the drone session that you saw in the beginning. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm out of here for now. Peace. Today, we found out that there's some work being done south of this train track. So they have it blocked off, and fly the DJI Avata through that dark tunnel.
this moment that he knew he fucked up.